from 1 million, it's going to be $20 million for the speakers, right? Harman Kardon, whatever they put, the Sonys, they're putting anything else. Sony audio, stats, or it's a bunch of right now. The downfall sound is making the small amplifiers, DS18. Please use the sound deadening. If you open the doors, panels, everything, you remove it, just slap the some kind of sound deadening, right? Do not scare to use your equalizer. Open up the settings on your vehicle. The first question we're going to cover is why upgrading the 16.5 speaker is worth it, right? Just we're going to come back with the mass production, right? Imagine every single vehicle on the production line, for example, Toyota Corolla or Toyota Camry, right? They sell the millions of the units, right, a year. So each unit, if they sell the 4 speakers, at least they use only the 4 speakers on the vehicle, right? So it's going to be 4 million speakers for the unit. So they want to try to cut at maximum possible to install the cheapest speakers on the planet. So you're never going to have even the upgraded sound system, the best sound system in the planet. They will try to cut at least $1. Imagine those Harman Kardons, they add like a $20, $30. From 1 million, it's going to be $20 million for the speakers, right? So it's going to be like mind-blowing. So that's why anytime you have any speakers, it's not going to be just a factory who wants to launch the speakers. Any $50 speakers in the market, it's going to be sound better than any factory speakers on the vehicles. But we're going to cover the certain points why your upgraded sound system, upgraded speaker is not going to sound very, very good. Next question is going to be how your 16.5 speakers can enhance your music listening experience. Factory speakers, it's for good, one speaker good for all, right? But when you're upgrading speakers, you can choose actually which speaker is going to be sound bassy, more clarity, more mid-range, more low range, all that stuff. And you can configure the speakers. That's why for your taste, you can actually purchase one of the best speakers and you're going to have a lot of good experience when you're doing that. Choosing the right speaker for your vehicle is crucial, right? No matter what. So you have to see what kind of speakers you're going to install. For example, your vehicle have the multiple 3-way speakers, for example, or you have just a 2-way speakers, tweeters on the dash and the speakers on the lower part, so on and so on. You got to look at if you have a multiple separation on the speakers, you better buy component speakers. If you have just a lower the parts and you have no place to install your tweeters, so you're going to just skip the component speakers and you replace in the budget, right? You replace just the door speakers with the coaxial speakers, and that's going to be more than enough for you. So now we're going to try to find the best speaker for your sound stage, right? So let's take a look. If you have upgraded sound system, Harman Kardon, whatever they put, the Sonys, they're putting anything else, the stickers, right? Those units, as a mostly, they have upgraded amplifiers too. So amplifiers, those kind of the amplifiers, it's going to range around like a 22 RMS to 50 RMS, is nothing more than that. So in this case, you're going to have a little bit more expensive speakers like a JBL GTOs, Rockford Fosgate. I put the links on the description which speakers you have to buy, like a Alpine Type S. You can buy for those upgraded sound system, and you're going to have really surprisingly good sounding system. I did a bunch of videos. I upgrade my sound system, I upgrade the amplifiers, and I did the videos. So you have to watch all the videos. I compare them side by side, and I will suggest you which speaker to choose it and all the time. So let me give you the top 3 or 4 speakers based on my reviews, right? JBLs are good. The JBL Club series, those are less power handling. So you're going to have JBL Clubs for the bass upgrade without the amplifiers, right? Or the Rockford Fosgate R165, I believe, 165, 3-ways. Those are tweeters, are very bright tweeters. So when you get those factory just upgrade, it's going to give you a lot of opening, and those speakers doesn't consume a lot of power. Or you have a bass again upgrade, Kicker Kia CS series, SC series, right? Or CS series. Also, they do the bright tweeters, so you're gonna have surprisingly good open up sound from your factory speakers. Now, you want to install some kind of amplifiers, right? Small amplifiers. But remember, any amplifier you install on your vehicle, it will sound better than any factory upgraded sound system. Remember, any digital 4-channel amplifiers, small amplifiers like a Timpani Audio, Stats, or it's a bunch of right now, the downfall sound is making the small amplifiers, DS18 make small tiny amplifiers. Those amplifiers actually puts up 50 watts, like 55 watts RMS power per channel. So those speakers will rock and roll your upgraded JBL GTOs or the Alpine Type S speakers, right? or any Rockford Fosgate upgraded, the higher end speakers with the 1-inch dome tweeters. So those are going to be very, very nice and a lot louder sounding speakers for sure. Now finally we came to installation and setup. So please, the installation, you shouldn't spend a lot of money for the installer guys. They will charge a lot of money when you go to that. If you have money to install, go ahead to installation, or when you can do it by yourself, I'm sure in the YouTube, your vehicle, exactly same model, somebody installed already and post a video, right? Just search up the video and you're gonna be the same. Or it's gonna be a similar video, it's nothing hard. Only thing you have to do, the tool clip-ons, the tool to open the clips, and just your regular screwdrivers, and you can easily remove. So you can use any screwdrivers and or open the clips. You can do it yourself. So trust me, when you look, it's gonna be like complicated. And no, now you save a lot of money, a couple $100, right? You can go with the brand name sound denting. Please use the sound denting. If you open the doors, panels, everything, you remove it, just slap some kind of sound denting, right? The first Dynamat, like a big name brands, it's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be twice expensive than you pick up from the rolls from the Home Depot, and you can slap that. Just only the difference with the Dynamats and the Home Depot version, the Home Depot is gonna be, glue is not gonna be sticky that much, so you have to clean surface very, very good. Dynamat, the glue is a lot better, comparison side to side, right? It's not twice better, but it's better. So when you stick it, it's gonna be stays clean door surface, right? So if you take from the Home Depot, I install my multiple vehicle. If you guys install it, comment below what kind of experience you guys have, so let the world know. But I did on my vehicles, like multiple vehicles. I never had any issues, but I just cleaned the surface and I push with the roller. I push the harder and that's it. It stays forever. So now, ring foams, install that. So it's going to be a lot air movement and it's going to be cutting all the vibrations. So ring foams, you have to install. So now you're doing yourself. You have enough money to do that. So each items I'm covering like right here, brand new wires. If you have, when you see the older vehicle, if you have wires, if you have chance to run the brand new wires, only run the wires when you doing amplifier upgrade, right? When you're putting the brand new amplifier, you can run the brand new wires, or you can utilize those wires also. But those things are going to add like 5%. Each sound denting is going to be adds a 10%. The new wire is going to be add the 5%. Foam ring is going to add the percent. So you're going to end up adding 50% of the sound quality. So when you turn on, without doing just a speaker, just remove and slap in, but you can do is proper with the sound denting, foam, the new wires, you're gonna hear the huge difference between the speakers on the exactly same vehicle, right? So last two things, understanding the crossovers for the component speakers. If you're using the component speakers, a lot of times I have a question, hey Mike, when I'm gonna use those big crossovers, should I use it or I can just slap for the factory? A lot of times you guys have lower speakers, like just looks like a crossover, just the bass without the tweeters, and on the top you have the tweeters on the factory speaker, right? So a lot of guys want to just swap the tweeters, and the crossovers. Please do not do it. Reason why I'm saying that crossover comes with the component speakers, it's tuned exactly for that speaker. Your factory crossovers on the vehicle built in, it's tuned for that trash speaker sound better. The filtration is going to be totally different. All these crossovers is going to give you different sound for the tweeters. For example, tweeters gets a lot cleaner, nicer sound, but the bass is going to get a lot deeper bass. But when you're using the factory, so the factory, as I say, it's going to be minimum spend money. It's going to be garbage crossovers. So you're going to just kill all the purpose of the, upgrading 16-amp speakers. So please do not do that kind of mistakes. The last thing I'm going to cover, do not scare to use your equalizer. Open up the settings on your vehicle and see you have the bass, separate bass, but it's going to be just a mid-range, it's going to be different, toggle or rolls, or it's going to be clarity. So lift it up, drop it down, actually play, try to find, best setting for your brand new speakers. So a lot of guys just keep them in the flat. When they swap it, you're not going to have enough bass to open up your speakers, the brand new speakers, or you don't have enough clarity for your tweeters. So when you swap it, you're not going to have, because it's a flat, it's not clean as the sound. So you're not going to like how the sounds after doing all the hard work. All right, this is all the tips and tricks for the 16-amp speaker upgrade. If you guys want to know, if you have any questions, just comment below. I always read. I try to, answer all the comments. If you're new to my channel, definitely subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna put up some tips and tricks and all the experiment with the expensive, cheap version and all the electronics reviewing stuff, right? I'm gonna keep on my channel, everything is 100% honest, so I don't want to push any BS stuff. on my channel. Hope this video helps you guys. I'm out. Also in the next video.